Welcome, this is part 2. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. Too bad we didn't go across that bridge. Yeah, I came back for a little bit, probably till 5 or however long the drive takes. Welcome in, Billy. Now we're heading south. But not all the way south, just south in Pittsburgh. Or the outskirts of Pittsburgh. Hello, Penguin Master.
Penguin Master, we saw Maverick.
Yeah, she saw him on the stream she was on earlier. Maverick says hello, Penguin Master. Yes, I would love to do that, Billy. Especially after seeing Our Dreams down there. My only problem is I'm just wondering, are hotels even open? Not on Disney property, but even just outside of the Disney area. Yes, and you can see it's pretty hilly and not mountainous, but there's a lot of hills in western Pennsylvania and even throughout the Pittsburgh area. Someday when everything's calmed down and stuff, and I have my assistants with me, we'll drive around some of those big hills that they have throughout the city of Pittsburgh. Don't want to make you sick or anything, but you can see. I know some people are still working depending on what area you live in. And I know Jeff and Angela were close to Mike Wheeler's, so I'll keep an eye if they decide to go live when they get to his place, if they swing by his place. Or if they'll just take pictures. Okay, Billy, you're still working. And I know Mama Mouse goes on at 5 p.m. So I want to keep that in mind. You can see a lot of the these are like newer homes and condos and apartments on the side here. New development all the time around here. This is the main interstate. It goes from starts up in Erie, Pennsylvania, and goes all the way to Charleston, West Virginia. Oh yeah, that'll be interesting. I know people are anxiously awaiting for what the Florida governor is going to do about reopening, because then that kind of gives what maybe Disney a few days later or a week or so later decide what their game plan's going to be, because that's where everybody's anxiously awaiting all the attractions to reopen again. And I'm sure they've been preparing or starting to get things ready for different steps that will be needed taking. But it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. I know a lot of people would love to be there when they first open, whether it's Disney Springs or wherever. I'm not sure if I want to rush down right away, but if I was going to see, hello, Rachel loves Disney, going to see friends while I was down there, that would probably be one of the reasons why I would go back. Yeah, this is the reverse way, but this way you can see a lot more. Yeah, they're in Florida now, and they're right around the Orlando area, because I know Mike was saying they may swing by where he lives to say hello, kind of wave to him from his front yard in their car. Rachel, they actually have a house down there, so they decided they needed to go whenever they felt it was safe enough, and before everything starts to really reopen, they needed to go down and want to make sure everything's going okay with the house, even though a couple people have checked in there, but they want to make sure and take some different things. Hello, Nick Harvey. And since, they both work remotely anyway, all the time, and the kids are doing school remotely, they figured at least get down or try to go whenever things were fairly calm. So I don't know if they'll stay most of it or come back and then go back down for the summer. Over there where that flag is, they usually have a giant flea market there. So that'll be all affected probably how everything will go. A lot of construction vehicles are parked over that way, a lot of industrial. Yeah, so do Dreaming with the Mouse from their house down there. So they'll still do Dreaming with the Mouse, and I'm sure everyone's going to be like, let's see your house, let's see your house. I'll show you where Top Golf is. We're coming up to where that is. But where the netting and everything is, that's where Top Golf is. You'll probably get to see a little bit of it. And that's the Carvana, the vending machine car dealership there. I've read a lot of people have good, I've never really bought a car or anything from them, but I've seen people say they had good experiences. Others, I'm not too sure, so I never really heard good or bad. Should have brought my tripod because that way it'd hold it better. So sorry if it's bumpy. Yeah, the top golf. A lot of traffic out, but it is sort of the rush hour time in our area. But a lot of times, in normal times, this would be really lined up. We would be sitting pretty much car to car. And they're doing construction. This area always seems to be under construction. Hello, Griswold family vacay. We were running errands. I had to drop something off at my niece's house. I did a part 1 video. Since we were there a little bit longer, I ended that video and I restarted this one. So now we're just heading south to pick up a few things for my parents and then head home. I'll probably stay on for another 15 minutes because Myers and the mouse, the mama mouse, does her preserving the magic show. And I just wanted to show what I've seen a few other people and I've been wanting to do that. So I figure I would show what some of the western, this is more southwestern Pennsylvania, what it looks like around the area. Over there is like a nursing retirement home community. And then we have a business area called South Point. And then there's also the National Allegheny Cemetery for military people, personnel, for military personnel at the cemetery, at the National Allegheny Cemetery. So if you were in the military, you could go there. Okay, Dances with Goofy, thank you for joining in, Rhonda. And I figure I would go live because I'm not sure, I won't be able to go live later today. But here's like part of this area where the cemetery, you kind of go down that road and they actually have it down there. It's like a military cemetery. Where the flag coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm under 500 hours to go. So I been going live as much and Gonna go through some of my material and drop some videos, because I really like to get that watch hours here soon. Yes, my niece went to Gettysburg College, and before I started all the YouTube, we used to go out there for in the fall for the marching band and football games. Even though their team wasn't that great, sometimes they did win, but sometimes they didn't. But it was always fun to go. But a lot of times I would go around looking at the back. Thank you, Danny. It's a little congested here because that stop point that you see on the sign is a business area. They have a lot of business there. The Pittsburgh Penguins used to play out of there till they moved to Cranberry into their own facility. But there's a lot of big corporations that are up in that area. You'll see it on the side whenever I turn that way. But it's called South Point. You can see a lot of that. There's like a hotel and there's some restaurants. People can live down in there. There's houses and townhomes and stuff. And there's a golf course. Some corporations moved out to here because it's a different county than where the city of Pittsburgh is, and the taxes are a little bit cheaper down in Washington County versus Allegheny County. So some of the corporations moved out here for the space and free parking and less taxes. All you can see now is the trees. But here's the main area of South Point. And that's an ice rink there. That's where the Penguins used to play out of. But now it's just a regular ice rink. They call it the Sprintscape Arena. And a lot of high school hockey teams and men's leagues play out of there. Plus they have indoor soccer there also. And you can see all the corporate buildings and everything here. And they have some restaurants and things down and over in there. But the Penguins actually now have their own facility. I'm a little under 500 hours, Rachel. But if you go to my playlist area, just hit one of the playlists and just run that. One of them, they're about 20 hours, but just run it till whatever in your background. If you have like another device, that would be much helpful, or pick one of my live streams or something. But if you hit one of the playlists, it'll just continue playing. That one if you hurry up. But there's the interstate. We just got off of that. It'll get me, if you watch the whole playlist or let it run, it'll be a full 20 hours, so around 20 hours. But if you, do do that one, and then if you decide to do another one, it does help. It certainly helps. Come on, reconnect. There we go. Hopefully I'm live still, because I know it unconnected. Okay, Penguin Master. Get your brother to do it too. Am I there, Penguin Master? Or Danny Griswold? Is it live? Okay, thank you, Penguin Master. And Danny. And Rachel. Yeah, it is, Danny. It's pretty neat. This is like a sports complex there for the Canonsburg area. Yeah, I will be doing more downtown Pittsburgh once everything gets cleared up and stuff, and I have my assistants in the car because we've done some videos, but we plan on going.
J and C here.
Yes, I need the J and C back so they can hold the phone while we drive around Pittsburgh and go to other things. We're coming up to one of the... Yes, when Kennywood does open, Rachel, I will be going back. The internet. It's like, this is the Canonsburg Lake area. They do a lot of fishing. People canoe here. It's kind of a bumpy old road.
It's renovated, so anybody can donate to it.
And that was a driving range. And there's like a Mad Mex restaurant. This is a playhouse. They do plays there. Look, called the Little Lake Theater. And here's the lake. You can see people fishing. And you can canoe or kayak. And it's on both sides. But I fished here a few times. Kind of a smaller lake, but then I think it goes into the stream and stuff. So I've never really gone out of that area, but I know a few people will kayak down to where they have a dam. It's not too far, and it's not a really big lake, but it's a fairly nice lake there. And this is just more of a not a commercial residential area with restaurants and stores. Giant Eagle's up on that hill. That would be cool. Yeah, we have a park on the other side in the North Hills, Pittsburgh area, where you can go and kayak. And LL Bean, the store, is in the North Hills at our Ross Park Mall. And sometimes I have Saturday and Sunday kayaking classes or kayaking events down in North Park at their lake. They used to take you down to the river, but it's a little bit safer at the North Park Lake. So when I get a chance to get out, we'll go up to there, and you can see the North Park Lake and They also have an area called Going Ape, which is like a zip lining thing. I don't really do the zip lining that much. That one's kind of hard because you have to learn to climb up the ropes and stuff. And I could start up, but then the ropes kind of get tighter as they go on, and I just get tired out of pulling myself up the ropes. And sometimes the leg holes are a little further apart than normal. No, Kennywood is a park that started out as a trolley park, and there was a guy, I believe, there's a long history, and I believe the guy's first name was Kenny, and then it was on the trolley line that they had going out to Duquesne, PA, and it was a picnic area, how it started out. It's over 100 years old. I do have a video of some of the rides and stuff of the park on my channel. But it's an amusement park. It's over 100 years old. It used to be family owned, and then they sold to a corporation a few years back because the family, a lot of the younger generation really didn't want to run it. And probably the upkeep and everything is what probably deterred a lot of that too, for them to be able to bring in the bigger rides and stuff. And last summer they got one of the world's fastest and I think one of the tallest coasters, and they have a lot of twists and turns called the Steel Curtain, named after the Pittsburgh Steelers in a way. This is one of the high schools in their football area, in the area. Yeah, there's Dollywood.
There's the new Peters High School.
I lost school over there, and it used to be a country club there, but they bought the land, and the new high school is going to go there. End up putting a middle school or something there, make it one campus eventually. That's the thing in Pennsylvania, they don't have like, I want to reconnect. Too many little valleys. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end because a lot of this area is woods and everything like that. So I do thank everyone who has joined. If you are watching the replay, this was just a short drive down 79 showing Western Pennsylvania, what it looks like and everything. Where that bridge is, that is one of the bike trails that they have. It's from the rails to trails. I forget what they call it, the Montour Trail. Oh, you're welcome. It's just that now we're in like little areas. It's kind of funny because where I live is more suburban like, and then all of a sudden then you're down in farm country, but then it's one of the bigger growing school districts where the housing industry is booming in that area, but it's a whole different county and everything, and farm country and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I do thank everyone for joining along. I will see you at that thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. If you're new, please consider subscribing to AJC Magic TV. We go live usually Sunday evenings, and also Saturday afternoon sometimes. So, and today we have a plethora of various people. I know Mama Mouse from Myers and the Mouse is on now. Then at 6 p.m. we have Pepper Tree Villa with Daily Dose of Disney. Then 7 p.m. I believe the Griswold family vacay plus Disney Nerd Herders, and at 8 p.m. D&G Explorers, 9 p.m. This and That, and Monarch Moments. So have a great evening, everyone, and I will catch you in the streams and let the adventures begin.